Tell me about yourself. I'm a detail-oriented QA engineer with a passion for clean, reliable software. I started in tech support, moved into manual testing, and now I'm working with automation and CI/CD. Why did you choose a career in QA? I love breaking things in a good way. QA allows me to combine technical skills with a critical mindset to make sure users get the best possible experience. What are the 7 principles of software testing? The 7 principles are: 1. Testing shows presence of defects. 2. Exhaustive testing is impossible. 3. Early testing saves time and money. 4. Defect clustering. 5. Pesticide paradox. 6. Testing is context dependent. And 7. Absence of errors fallacy. What do you do when you find a critical bug right before release? I immediately assess how critical it is, communicate with the team, and work together to either fix it or decide if a workaround is possible before release. What is the difference between QA and QC? QA focuses on improving the development process and preventing defects. QC is more about identifying defects in the finished product. What is a test strategy and how is it different from a test plan? A test strategy is high-level and company-wide. It covers the overall approach. A test plan is specific to a project and includes detailed scope, schedule, and resources. How do you stay updated with new tools and trends in QA? I read blogs, follow QA communities, and take online courses to stay up to date with tools like Cypress, Playwright, and new CI/CD practices. Describe a time when you disagreed with a developer. How did you handle it? I listened to the developer's point of view, explained my findings with data and examples, and we agreed to pair test together. It improved trust and teamwork. What is risk-based testing? Risk-based testing means focusing on the parts of the system that are most likely to fail or have the biggest impact if they do. What are entry and exit criteria in testing? Entry criteria define when testing should start, like when requirements are approved. Exit criteria define when testing is complete, like when defects are below a certain level. Can you describe a challenging project and how you managed testing there? On one project, the requirements kept changing. I adapted by using exploratory testing, communicating changes fast, and keeping test cases modular for reuse. What is your experience with mobile testing? I've tested Android and iOS apps using real devices and emulators, focusing on UI, performance, and compatibility with different OS versions. How do you communicate test results to stakeholders? I create a concise summary, include visual reports, and focus on the business impact of defects to keep stakeholders informed and involved. What's your process for reviewing and improving test cases? Every few sprints, I review test cases for duplicates, outdated steps, and missing scenarios. I also gather feedback from past bugs to improve coverage. How do you manage time when you're testing under tight deadlines? I focus on high-priority features, automate what I can, and stay in close contact with the team to manage expectations and spot blockers early. What are some common testing myths you've encountered? One myth is that QA is just about clicking buttons. Another is that automation solves everything. QA is more strategic and risk-focused than people realize. How do you measure the success of a QA process? I track metrics like defect density, test coverage, and time to resolution. But real success is when the team delivers a stable product users love. What would you do if you joined a project without any documentation? First, I ask questions and talk to developers and product owners. Then I explore the app, use mind maps, and create test cases based on actual behavior. What's the role of QA in DevOps? QA ensures quality is baked into each step of the CI/CD pipeline. By automating tests, checking environments, and catching issues before deployment. What motivates you in your QA role? I love seeing a product improve because of my work. Finding tricky bugs, making systems more stable, and learning every day keeps me excited about QA.